That one. I muted the wrong microphone at the very start of the race. Brilliant. Right. I muted the wrong microphone at the very start, and I feel a bit stupid now. The good thing is, we do have the race thus far. 10 to go, or 11 to go, I should say. We tend to go next lap for Avsik, who's about to lap Finn here for a second time. Team owner there of that team. And the next person up the track is Mihailo. So Finn does get past for a second time. Mihailo, the man in P4, set to be lapped here. As I was saying, with the mic muted, and I didn't realise, is this race is set to be a dominant race for Assetto here. Currently the largest lead gap we've had this championship season. We've had other seasons that are similar to this that aren't this championship, so that's why I say this championship season specifically. But he's looking for a Grand Slam. He has led every single lap of the race this weekend. He's also led every session this weekend. He has the fastest lap, as you can see there, by about a second. So it's great news for him. Blue flags for gold there with his fight with Mihailo. And as I covered, Barrel P1, Barrel P2, Avsik P1, Team Pinsky are set to haul the most amount of points possible out of this weekend. So, for now, set to be a very record-breaking weekend for the entire outfit in Pinsky here. First ever Grand Slam by a driver it would be. And as I mentioned, there's a few shoulders announcements coming in the coming weeks, and there's a few server announcements. If you'd like to join, I will put the link in the pinned comment after the live stream is over. There's Mihailo entering the blue flag zone. He will have to let race leader through. The fastest pole in the world at the moment, or in this league at the moment. We've only got the one, but he's absolutely flying. 33 seconds currently between P1 and P2. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you visualize it, that is P2 there, and P1 has just crossed the start-finish line, so it's over half the track. Absolute domination from the race leader. Just under 10 laps to go now. With the microphone now working, I do feel quite stupid for that. I was basically talking to Finn Air and just the drivers. But anyway, that's not the important thing. The important thing is the drivers appear to be loving this weekend so far. And from a viewing standpoint, I'm loving it as well. So all around, so far, it's been a brilliant weekend, if I do say so myself. Don't want to blow my own trumpet, but yeah, I've been loving this. Gold now the first driver to be lapped 3 times down. Unfortunately for him, not the return back after a few weekends away, or a weekend away that he would have wanted, but he's at least not retired. Which is something very important and very dear, and hopefully record-setting for the league. So we'll see where it puts us in around 20... Not 20, I'd say around 10 minutes. Yeah, I'd say 10. 10's a good number. The average lap time's around a 109 or 110 anyway, so you could do the maths. As you can see, Avsik here passing Andre, the man in P9. So that team is now lapped twice by the race leader. Andre could actually get attacked by his teammates soon. And in fact, Chicken could be at risk here of being overtaken by Avsik by the end of the race. So for now, the most dominant race in history is going to Avsik, which is mental. But yeah, for now, Miles in the lead, not yet pitted. Has 1 CC to his name. I think every driver who has completed a lap in this race, which is all of them bar 1 who couldn't make it, has set 1 CC, and the most is for now 10, which is could be a penalty by the end of the race. Of course, penalties are told after the race in some leagues. I do like that idea. We might start doing it here because we barely ever get CC penalties, but yeah, if we do, it's for people who've gone quite a bit doolally. Anyway, yeah, lap 25 of 31 of the DC Welsh Grand Prix for the sponsorship of DC Track Designs, Track Buildings. There is their coveted logo and their lovely circuits. Owner's a really nice person as well. I do recommend them. They are one of the nicest sponsors we've got here. All the sponsors are nice, of course, but they are one of the most welcoming, I think is the right word for it. They tend to cater to everyone who joins, no matter who they are. So, yeah, Chicken now within the same sector of the race leader. If I were him, I would be a bit shaky because I could be getting lapped very soon here. There's Goose, who is at risk of being lapped for a second time, properly at risk, with we into 5 laps to go of this E-Prix. The inaugural Welsh E-Prix, and the first ever Welsh E-Prix to happen in any league, I'm pretty sure, so woohoo here. Let's go. Anyway, enough of the app. We've got 5 laps of hard racing to see if Afsik can chase down the second fastest man. I don't think his teammate is possible to catch unless him and Chicken have a huge crash together, which is unlikely because we don't have collisions or Tech Pro unanchored. We did for the first race, but it was only hit once and caused a very minor inconvenience. So it was then removed. So we just have permanently stuck Tech Pro. That looks quite cool. I believe there's something like 1,000 pieces on this track of Tech Pro, so yeah, for now, I'd say this race is a very, very good success. Yeah, 48 seconds between the race leader and Chicken. Chicken just at the end of the long, fast section. You're going to go through the chicane, which normally isn't there for this faster chicane. You know, they're normally there to fill in for the Formula 1s and such and GTs that we may see here at some point in the future. As Goose is in blue flags again. Goose, let the race leader through, please. Thank you. That's the main thing I'd like to get through. The race leader does get priority over everyone. We're watching him on this historic day. The fastest and most dominant pole in history of the league, and Gold enters the pit lane. If that is to retire, I'd try to encourage him to continue. Gold, mate, come on. I know you're classified and all, but there's no point in trying to quit now. Come on, Gold. No. Gold is done for the day. He will be classified as a few laps down. I know he was 3 laps down, but Farry has joined exponentially late to this race. So, bit of a shame for him. But it's not really a but, he's just a bit late. The key now is, can Afsik actually get close to Chicken? I don't think so. That gap hasn't really heightened. It's sort of rubber banding, I think is the right word for it. It's not growing, but it's not shrinking at the same time. You know, it's sort of bouncing one way, then bouncing another. But I have a feeling Chicken has saved his tyres just enough here against Barrel. Of course, Chicken has pitted. I'm not too sure if Barrel has. From my memory, he hasn't. But Chicken is flat through the chicane, much as all the drivers are. That may see some changes in the near future, maybe, depending on how well this circuit is received. But, yeah, at the moment, Chicken could be trying to get that next podium place. Both Penske drivers have pitted as Chicken makes a big mistake through the chicane. Chicken stopped through the chicane there, hits the wall. That is really going to inhibit his chances at trying to get at Barrel for a possible podium. 3 to go here in Wales. That gap, that was around 47, 46 seconds, so we'll see what happens to that in these closing laps. Anyway, we're getting a bit too distracted. Afsik passing Lando again. So not the day he would have hoped for. He said he was going to try and win this race, Lando, but a lot of people are saying it's a 99% chance Afsik wins, and if he doesn't, he'd have to get disqualified to lose it, which I think is going to have to be the case here. So unless I find something completely illegal that Afsik has done this weekend, it's going to be a clean sweep for him. 54 seconds ahead of Chicken, 46 seconds ahead of his teammate. He starts 2 to go for the most dominant win in the league's history. If he gets it right here and his teammate slows down a bit because he's now got that big gap to Chicken, he could try and tempt a 50-second gap to the nearest car. Blue flags Dutchy. The man in P6 about to get lapped for a second time here. So there he is. He's through. Race leader gets through. It will be in the record books as the most dominant race win for a driver, accompanying the first ever Grand Slam in the league's history. This final lap is going to be one for the pole to remember. I have a feeling he's going to cherish this win more than others. Not sure how many he's actually got. I'm sure he'll tell us after the race. But he's going to come across the final chicane. He's going to enter turn 1 for the final lap of racing here around the Welsh E-Prix circuit and Grand Prix circuit of Rockmill, sponsored by DC Track Designs and Track Building. Through the chicane for the final time at racing speeds he's going to go. He is about to make an unprecedented record as he exits the first sector for the final time. My game lags for some reason. He has the fastest lap. It is looking like a perfect clean sweep for the Penske team. He is about to pass Finn here. If I were Finn, I'd let it happen so I could finish this race earlier for him, which I think he's going to do. Through the very fast right-left kink and onto almost the back straight here. There's 47 seconds. And then with Chicken, it is 53. Yeah, if I were Barrel, I'd slow down a bit so Afsik could try and get a 50-second win. He's going to come round the final proper corner on the lap. He's going to take the chicane flat out. Afsik wins in Wales. The pole dominating the weekend. It's officially a Grand Slam for him. Lando is going to come across the line here in P6. Dutchy P5. Finn finishes in P10. Gold will finish 7 laps down, but he will finish. Goose will be the next man across the line. He will be finishing P8 here. I'm going to urge all the drivers to pit once they've done. Mihailo is going to be the man in P4 here. Crosses the line to finish P4. We got Andre and Barrel. Andre will finish P9. Barrel will be finishing P2. Absolute domination for the race winner here. Andre across the line with Barrel. It is a Penske 1-2 for the first time in this championship season. They've scored the most amount of points possible. Lamborghini score their first podium with Chicken. Knox is going to come across the line to secure a P5 for Shoulders. And that is the Welsh E-Prix. Mihailo has finished the race. Everyone through the pit lane. Chicken's going to celebrate the podium. Top 3 you can line up in the pit lane. Everyone else just pit, to be honest. There's not really much to say on this topic, is there? Race is over. We're just going to try and get everyone as fast as we can into the pit lane to try and, do the podium and stuff. Going to try and close it the best I can so people get in and can't go anywhere. But once this is over, we'll be back. We're going to get the top 3. You should be able to line up on there. It's a bit tight, I know, but let's just turn this camera stand around so it looks a bit better. They're recording all the action. So, for the first team to get a 1-2 that isn't Shoulders is Penske. That will go down in the record books. A lot of records being set here in Wales. Assetto, you may jump up to the top of the podium. Mihailo, what are you doing? We don't have a park firm, mate. But yeah, Assetto stands on the top of the Rockville Park podium. When the top 3 get down here, I'll bring them all. You don't have to do the pit lane speed limit here. I don't really care. Barrel P2's the further one. It's just, yeah. Once these guys are out, I'll jump everyone, and then we can all get teleported down here. It doesn't have to be the best parking, but who cares? Right, you may get brought. I am sorry. Top 3, go to the podium, please. And with that, the E-Prix here in Wales, the inaugural E-Prix in Wales, top 3 to the podium, please. Get up there. Is over. We'll be seeing you next weekend for the race in Spain.